I have been trying to lose weight and maintain a healthy weight my whole life, and I just keep failing at it. And I really don't want to live my whole life failing at it, and I'm not going to. And I feel like this surgery is a tool for me to use to prevent that, to stop the back and forth, the up and down. And I know it's going to be work, but after stepping outside what I thought I knew and learning more, I think it's going to be a tool for that.
Even though I haven't watched April Lauren's journey, I know that she has been a weight loss YouTuber and she has lost some weight online, but she did not reach her goal weight. And now she's had weight loss surgery. And I want to talk about this one. This girl a mess, y'all. Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you've been around here a while. I am Kendra, this is Kendra Creates. This is my space where I share my life with you guys. I also talk about other random crazy stuff on the internet. So if that stuff sounds good to you, then make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Also, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up while you are at it. So today we're going to be talking about a creator here on YouTube called April Lauren. She has been absent for a while, like several months, and she's come back, and now she has had weight loss surgery, and I'm assuming she's going to take us through that process. Like, I guess she was vlogging her whole experience, and I just want to talk about what she talked about in the video. And I think I want to start this video off by saying that I don't know her. I have not watched her. The only time that I really did watch her was I saw other people like reacting to her videos. That's how I kind of like, you know, engaged in her content or whatever. And she was a weight loss channel or whatever, and she was losing weight online, and she did lose I think about like 100 pounds or something, but she didn't reach her goal weight. So she was kind of going through some stuff, obviously, and I feel like she was kind of like gaining weight back, and then she went total dark from the internet, and now she comes back and she has had weight loss surgery. And if you guys know anything about how I feel about weight loss, you know that I do not weight loss shame. I don't care how you lose it as long as it's in a healthy way and you are comfortable with that way, and it is something that you can keep up for the duration of your life. I am pro weight loss, and I am pro weight loss however you decide what's best for you. I have lost weight with GLP-1 meds, and it just is what it is. Everyone, I feel, has a different journey, and their journey may not be like yours. So let's get into it. So she kind of talks about how moves she realizes, like, every time she moves, it kind of causes weight gain for her. And that can be a number of reasons why that happens, because moves are very stressful. And if her husband is in the military, it seems like she's moving pretty often, and she really hasn't had, looks like, the coping mechanisms to deal with all of the moving and what that entails. So not only is she packing her and her hubby up, but she also has, you know, pets that she has to worry about. And when you're moving around like that, it's difficult for you to make friends and make connections. You're away from your family, your husband's family. It seems to me like, you know, the military life, you know, can be stressful. So she's dealing with a lot, and it's causing, I would assume, stress, and it's creating issues for her. And every time she goes through that, she gains weight. And you could only imagine, if you're moving so much, it's going to create continuous problems for you. And then she talks about being depressed. And if you guys have not know about me, that is something that I have dealt with all throughout my life. And she talks about being depressed, and I can so relate to her talking about this and her story about how like she was depressed and she didn't care about the weight gain, and you know, it didn't matter for her, and she saw herself gaining weight and she literally didn't care. And she was mad at first, and it took her into a cycle of being angry that she's regaining and all of this stuff. And it's like, oh my God, I feel like that was my life, and that was the cycles that I was going through in life. Every time I would get into a depression, I would eat. And at first I would be mad because I'm like, ugh, I know I'm gaining weight. And I would be kind of in denial because I didn't get on the scale. And she talked about that. She didn't weigh herself. And then she got mad at herself for gaining the weight. And then it got to a point where she didn't care that she was gaining weight. And I was like, oh my gosh, are we twins? Where have you been? And that was such my story, right? And then she talks about how she treated her depression. She went to the doctor prescribed her Prozac, and it helped her. It helped her tremendously, she said. And that is how she got through it. And so she had to recognize that she had a problem, and she recognized that she had to get a solution to her problem. And I feel like that this is a lot of the problem with a lot of people who are heavy and who have trouble with their weight. Not everybody's, but a lot. If you look at a lot of the creators online that do talk about losing weight or having weight, they often talk about depression. They often talk about traumatic events. If you look at the show 600 Pound Life, if you ever watch an episode of that, those people a lot of the times have been through hell in their life. And their coping mechanism is food. And that's how they cope with stuff. And that is surely how I coped with things. And I didn't realize that I could treat my depression until I was in my 20s. And I had gotten my first like big girl job, and I had insurance. And that's really when I first saw a counselor, when I first had got prescribed medications and things like that. And now that I am much older in my life, it's, you know, over a decade later, I know now how to treat my depression. And even April talked about it in her video. She now knows how to treat her depression. She knows when she gets into that stage, she has to go on meds. She has to see the doctor. And with me, it's pretty much the same. I can cope pretty well now, and I'm not coping with food. And I know that when I get into that funk, I need to go to the doctor. I need to see the doctor. I need to get out of this funk. I know what I need to do. And beyond that, it is ongoing help with seeing a therapist as well. And that is something that I've been talking about throughout the last year with the struggles that I have been through. I highly recommend people who embark on a weight loss journey to get their minds in check. That means seeing a psychiatrist if you need to get prescribed meds, or seeing a therapist if you need to talk through some trauma or some problems or some issues. And not only that, but realizing that things are going to be different now. Like how you eat your food and how you diet and your whole entire like routine as far as when you eat, how you eat, drinking water, exercising, going out to eat, those types of activities. And even activities are not always revolving around food. It's getting your mind right. Even if you're not struggling with depression, but just knowing that things are now going to be a lot different when you lose weight now, or embark on a weight loss journey, or even how you maintain your weight. Because I feel like right now I'm maintaining my weight. I'm in maintenance. And I realize that there are a lot of things that I can never do again, or things now that I'm always going to have to do. I am always going to have to weigh myself. I know that some people don't do that, but I always have to do it, because when I see that scale go up too much, I'm like, okay, hold on, wait, what's going on? What's going on? I got to keep myself in check now. And I know that I'm always going to have this routine where I'm constantly drinking water, or I'm constantly eating my veggies, or I'm constantly going to the gym. Like, this is my routine. This is my new life. This is what I'm doing now. And people have to get their heads in check that they can't ever go back to their old ways and their old life, because it doesn't exist. If they want to stay on this and they want to be successful, lose the weight and keep it off, then they have to adjust their mindset to this new life that they're going through. So, once she treated her depression with her doctor and she had her follow-ups going on with her doctor also popped out and he was like, "You ever thought about weight loss surgery?" And she was like, "I don't really think that that's for me." And then he was like, "Okay, well, you should check it out or whatever." And then so she started checking into it. And she said, I believe she went to like an info session and she got more information and she started researching it on her own. And she just went through the process. And she was just very open-minded about it. And her doctor was kind of like in her ear about things. And she talked about her doctor, how she felt very comfortable with that person. They helped her out a lot. And they had a good working relationship. And he was able to just convince her, have an open mind and see how it goes or everything. I think that there is so much stigma around weight loss surgery and now the weight loss meds that people tend to shut things down before they even really give it any kind of consideration. I kind of talked about that in my video about Beatrice Caruso. Check that out. But she kind of like shut down the idea of weight loss meds. And she has her reasons, do whatever she want to do. But she shut it down before she even, I feel like, really considered it. Although I feel like she did do her research on it. So, and I feel like April shut it down too, because she said she did a video about why she won't have weight loss surgery. And now I want to go look at that video and probably like talk about it, because now I'm like itching to know, like, how did you change your mind, Because a lot of people, because they have this stigma or they have this thought in their mind about something before they even really open their mind up to it or do research or really like, I get on the internet and I like to hear other people's experiences too. Like, they haven't even really like, heard other people's real life experiences about it, I feel. And without that solid information, they really, can't really make a decision, or their decision isn't informed, or they can't make an informed decision kind of about what they wanted to do. And so when she started going through the process, she talks about the process she goes through with her insurances and everything. And I thought that that was amazing that her insurance was covering the things. And, I guess she'll talk about that more in depth as we go on. And I'll be watching this series from her. And to be honest, I'm really excited for her. And, it seems like, she's, like she's done it. It's done now. It's a done deal. So it's really a good thing for her. And then she also expressed a little guilt with being away from social media and not creating YouTube vids. It's something that she says that she enjoys doing, but she just couldn't do it. And when you are depressed and you're in that dark hole of depression, it's hard for you to do anything, let alone be in front of the camera and talking, especially when you're supposed to be on a weight loss journey and now you're gaining weight. It's kind of like, how can you even be in front of your audience at this moment when you are not at your best, mentally or physically? So, I mean, I felt her on that one. So, like I said, I haven't been a consumer of her content, so I don't really know her history too much. I just am looking at what she's got going on right now, and it seems very interesting, and I'm excited for her, and I'm hoping for the best for her. Like she said, weight loss surgery isn't the answer for everybody, but she's happy that she has the opportunity now to have it available for her. And hopefully it just seems like her mind is in the right headspace as far as making sure she has her depression under control. She did meet with the mental health team through that whole process of getting the surgery. I'm assuming that was her husband, like in the video with her talking. So it sounds like she has support there, you know, a support system to help her out through this. So it seems like, you know, her situation can be very hopeful. I feel like she has the skills to lose weight because she lost a large amount on her own. And now she just needs to continue out her journey now that she has everything kind of in place to do that. So I feel like I'm very hopeful for her. I'm very happy for her. I'm glad that she made a decision that was right for her and something now that can be in place for her so she doesn't have the ups and downs and to be concerned so much about the regain. I know that's what everyone dreads, the regain. Like Fat Acceptance tells us, like 90-something% of people regain the weight when they lose it. But hopefully she is not in that number. And hopefully I won't be in that number either. But I have been so much in the past, and so has she. And I think that if you have never struggled with your weight before, then you really can't relate. And it's hard for you to see why people make the decisions that they make with weight loss surgery or weight loss meds or whatever intervention that someone is using. Especially in her case, I believe that she does want to conceive and have kids. And a lot of times the weight can be the issue in, you know, making that happen. So hopefully for her, she drops the weight, she gets pregnant, and everything works out for her. You know, I was lucky enough that my weight did not interfere with my ability to conceive. And now that my child is here, I want to be the most active parent for my child and also set good examples for them in activity levels and food choices. And I feel like that is definitely something that I can give to them as they grow up in this world, because now they have a mom that has been through the struggle, and I feel like I've made it out on the other side. And I hope she makes it out on the other side too. And if you are going through a weight loss journey or have weight loss struggles, I hope that you make it out on the other side too. Okay. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you continue to spread kindness in a world full of hate. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.